Welcome to episode 42 of the Seagrove Sessions. This time round we hear, once again, from Alan. Plenty of tales of Lilyhill Terrace, Parsons Green, Meadowbank and the Dalgety Street area. From coal-fired fryers in chip shops, cycle, speedway, being caught smoking and drinking at 15, to spinster flats, first washing machines and televisions, and the rowing boats at St Margaret's Loch. Great tales from the 1950s and 60s. Enjoy. And you went to Parsons Green School?
Yeah. We moved in 50 because my sister's 4 years younger than me. So my mother didn't have to stay in Brunswick Street with the stairs going up and down when she was pregnant.
Oh,
She had to go, she chose a house in Lilyhill, number 12, Lilyhill, where she'd all the hills up. I never couldn't fathom that one out.
No,
It must have been just the shekels, like,
Yeah. And when you were a kid, where did you play and what did you do?
The park, all the time in the park, and I worked on the boats in St Margaret's. Me and my mate stayed in Lilyhill Park Terrace, and he ran the ice cream van. It was Lato and Institute had the rights for the boats in the pond and the ice cream van.
All right.
And there was one of their workers that was in charge of the boats, but I was there. Basically, somebody with any winds or that couldn't get out to the centre, got stuck at the rocks. I had to go around the docks, jump onto their boat, pull them out of there, and take them back to the land. And the biggest laugh about that was my mate kind of lost us. I said, he stayed in Lilyhill Park Terrace.
Yeah.
We worked at the same time. Well, at night, the boats got taken to the middle of the pond and tied up to buoys that were in the middle. And there was a punt that looked like hell.
Oh.
You wait till the last minute to pick up somebody. Kenny was fly. He says, I'll take you. You jump out in the boat. I says, that's no problem. But there was one boat they called it Banana Boat. And I just jumped over for that and I went plump underwater. That happened a few times. My father said, you're the underwater submarine man for the getting on my bike, pulling the water, cycling home to get a new set of clothes and back.
No.
My mother's going daft. I can't keep you going on clays.
Was it quite deep?
No, I didn't know. It seemed deep. I don't know. You're in the water. I wasn't in the water for long.
No.
So that's where I played most of the time, or else just in the streets round about. Really.
Yeah. And was there a gang of you, or you had lots of friends?
No, it was 2 or 3. But the back I don't know if you've noticed Lilyhill, coming up from Meadowbank, hill, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. Where's 10?
Well, that's true, yeah.
I know where it is.
Where?
It's in that lane. Right. That was 10, and then it was 12.
Oh, because you're right, there's a
lane up there.
Yeah.
I think it was, I had horses, because it's lock-ups up there.
Oh.
And it was the person who was in charge of the stables. It wasn't officially number 10, but the post office got put into number 10.
Oh, I see.
My dad told me that. My dad was a postman, so...
Because there used to be a big house up there, didn't there, years and years ago?
There was a big house in Considine. You know the steps that take you up?
Yes, yeah.
You go up these steps and go along to Queen's Park Avenue. You go down and round the back, and there's a big house round the back there. Oh, right. And that was called Parsons Green House. Very hard to find if you don't know it.
Because somebody told me that's why the Golden Gates was called that, because there used to be big, years and years ago, big golden gates there to the big house.
Well, possibly. I can only talk for the Golden Gates for 60.
Yeah.
59, 60.
And was there bowling green there when you were
Bowling green, it was just before the school, Queen's Park Avenue.
Yeah.
And there was a post box in the wall. And these houses were the mirror image of Lilyhill Terrace. They came up the side.
Oh.
The same house, must have been the same builder at bottom.
Yeah, of course.
And you come along Meadowbank Crescent, the park side to Lilyhill Terrace. On the same side as my house is on number 12, but the same side as the steps are, there's 3 stairs
No.
They're more modern than the rest. They were built in 1950 odds,
Right.
and they're called Spinster flats.
Oh, good God.
When they were built.
Really?
Yes.
Spinster
That's
flats.
what were sold as Sprinter flats.
Good God. Wow. You wouldn't have that term anymore, would
No.
you?
That must have been 55, 56 or something like that. Because that was a builder's yard before that. Mm.
Oh, right.
And I don't know if you notice, if you walk along Meadowbank Crescent on the same side as these flats are, you go along the sea pavement and there's metal channels every so often down to the gutter. Because there was a spring in there and they drained it into, just drained it off onto the streets and it went down the gutters. And
That's amazing. And the school, Parsons Green School, was it an old, what,
it was an old Victorian site
Right.
in sandstone, you know.
So it was quite a substantial
There
building.
was 3 flats anyway. There's a ground flat and two flats.
Did it have a play? Must have had a playground.
Playground, yes. There was a boys' playground and a girls' playground. Which at the time they were railed up front and back. There was a playground at the front and there's railings up there. And there was a playground at the back that was railed up. The boys were allowed to play football in the back.
Oh,
They
right.
were not allowed to play football in the front
Oh, gosh.
because it was the front. You know, it was the main.
Presumably, though, the school utilised the park as well, did they? Did you go into the park?
No, I can't remember going to the park or anything like that.
Well, you'd think they would, wouldn't you?
The best thing about the school was going home, Bill.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
There was the elves, they stayed in 20. They had a garage in Leith, the elves garages. And there's another garage, you know where the police station is, Constitution Street. There's a garage there,
Oh, right.
that's the elves garage.
Right.
Another one was top of North Sports Street. So it was a well-to-do area because next door to us, in Lilyhill Terrace, was Sam Bain,
No.
a car dealer. And my father was a great DIY man. You know, he'd do anything for anybody. Like, say, one I can think of was just offhand is Jessie, his wife. She wanted wall lights put in because there was a big range at the time. Sam is a 20 stone. He had them come, Len, what are you bloody well doing? Not a lot. We put bloody lights, wall lights today for Jessie. I'll never hear the end of it. So my father done that. He done a team wee jobs. Hey Len, by the way, if you want a car to take you down to the beach, just ask. I'll give you one. It was alright until one time. We're going down the, as I say, Lilyhill Terrace. My mother, my father, my granny, my father, my granny and my sister. The car had trade plates on it. So we're going through just for the reason this police car come pulled us in. Whose car is this? And my father says, oh, it's Sam Bain's car. Oh, he said, I've just seen the trade plates. He says, you shouldn't be driving with passengers. He said, well, I was thinking about buying a car. It was hell. He says, so I was just letting my wife and that see what it's like for a family car. Oh, I understand what you're saying, Mr. Tame. You know, you go up there to check the licence. Went back, Sam says, what? He says, they cost up harm and a lens, these bloody trade plates.
Yeah.
He says, they can come and see me and I'll chase them.
Oh, he wasn't happy. So where was Sam Bain's garage?
You know, London Road, you know where the toilets used to be. You went down under the bridge. It was right under the bridge and you went up there and you had garages up there. And you had a place in Duke Street and off George showroom. I think he made money at the war. Commercial vehicles, doing them up and selling them. I thought that's where he made his money. He was a character. Everybody knew Sam. I always remember when I was 16, 15, 16. I'd been in the gates. Shouldn't have been, but I was in the gates. Sam was in, he was pissed. And the barman knew I was staying next to him. You take Sam home, son. I'll take him home. So, walks along, and it's can't mind the name of the street, Parsons Green Terrace, I think it was. Walking up with him, his wife must have seen us through the window. And she's come to the door and there's a steps, you know, about 6 steps. And she stood at the top. Sam seen Jessie. Leave me alone, there's Jessie. Leave me. He's 16, she was more
Really?
I got on great with Jessie because I used to deliver, as I say, deliver milk and papers and rolls, you know, for the shops round about. But I wasn't always an honest person.
That's
The
why you
dairy-
got so many jobs.
the dairy was the easiest one. You know, I used to pinch bags because I like to smoke myself. So I'd pick up a 40 or 60 bags. My father hated me smoking, so I used to go, Jessie, says, this 40 bags for you. You keep these 40 for me. And she was getting her bags. But she was brilliant, because when I started drinking, as I say, I was 15 or 16 when I started drinking.
Wow.
I was coming up the road and I went, Jessie would get ahead of me. Come on. Either give me soup or coffee or something.
Sober you up.
Sober me up.
Oh,
Go out her back door, and she says, don't you go in your back door. You know,
very good.
to sober me up. But I'm sure my mother knew about it. Father didn't know about it.
Oh, right.
Because Jessie, my mother, were like that. Lilyhill, you never seen life until you'd stayed in Lilyhill. Aye, it was good days then.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself there. The chip shop with the coal fire was in Meadowbank Avenue. It's the first hill as you come, come along. And it was the last shop in that block, and there was coal fire that was going on in there. And you used to see me shoveling, opening the door and shoveling the coal.
Amazing, isn't it?
The other one that had a coal fire was in Dalgety Avenue, corner of Dalgety Avenue.
Oh, right.
Same thing.
Oh, so
Right in the
right.
corner there was a chippy.
Oh, cool.
Because on the road down to Abbey Hill, down the hill, there's
Yeah.
a sweet shop, and right in the corner was this chippy, opposite the hoppy.
Let's see if you can still see where it was.
That's where it was.
Because obviously the Marionville bar's away now.
Yeah. And the hoppy was called the Speedway Arms, because of the speedway that was there at the time. And before that it was called the Red Rag. Where Clopmill Lane used to be was the railway had these for doing up the steam engines, repairs and that. And engineers were in there. The Red Rag was getting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was its official name, but that's what it's known as, the Red Rag.
Because somebody told me at the Dalgety Avenue at the end of it, there was something to do with the brewers.
Yes, the
down there.
brewery. You know where the printers was. You went round Dalgety Avenue that way. There was the printers there in the backyard, and the rest of the yard was taken up S&N brewery, because the lorries used to come and take all the empty casks back to get filled up, because where the bowling green was, at the back of the bowling green.
Yeah, I remember the bowling green.
And up to the poundery, up the back of the poundery.
That's right. I remember wandering. They closed it just prior to knocking it down for the shopping centre bit.
I was never in it, but you seen the torchlights, the welding arcs and that. I knew a boy that worked there. I never seen it. They had a bowling green in Parker Avenue. Employed a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
You would never know it was there if you walked past it, because it's just a big stone building and big windows, but you couldn't see what was going on. Only at night could you see the flashing furnaces,
Oh, yeah. So did you go down to Portobello much when you were younger?
You went to the pool quite a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't like sand, and I didn't like it. And I think that's why I hated it. I got burnt and I took it to go. And my father's made me run into the sea because of salt water or something.
Yeah.
I got burnt badly and it's coming in sheets up my back. And the only thing you could put on is calamine lotion.
That's it. I remember, I can still smell calamine.
That pinky white.
Yeah.
Pinky.
Were you a healthy boy?
No, I wasn't a sickly boy. I didn't play football, I was a great cyclist, I cycled
Were
all
you? Oh, right. What was your bike?
bits and pieces. Sam Bain had bikes, so my father used to get a bike and he'd build it up for me and show me how to do it. Then I started doing cycle speedway. So I got a bike, I got a frame up with Sam, built up with the help of my dad. He used to go all over Edinburgh and cycle speedway.
So where did they do the cycle speedway?
Cycle speedway originally was in Meadowbank Carper. It was Ash Carper. It was placed in Pilrig Street. It was all over Edinburgh. So I was into that. And cycling anyway, I just loved to cycle.
Right.
That was the bane of my father's life. My granny bought me a brand new rally bike. Well, not brand new, second hand rally bike. But I liked my father's bike. So my granny Cooper took ill. We were staying in Brunswick Street. I had my papers to do. So I would cycle down Brunswick Street, swap bikes, go to my father's old bike. Brilliant. One of these times I put my bike, I was putting my father's old bike in the shed. The bike called Davy Reynolds, he says, and was my cousin. So what are you doing, Alan? He says, I'll go to a bike me, I've not got a bike. I says, come on. My sister's bike was in there. So I went to the park And you know, the pond was on your left-hand side, and at the back was games, the football pitch and that.
Oh, yeah.
It was raining and there was a big puddle. Davy Reynolds was at that end, I was at this end, going for each other, going past each other. He couldn't move, he got stuck in the mud, and I hit him bang. So my new bike, frame, the forks were all twisted. My sister's bike was right. My arse was red raw.
Oh dear.
My father was not amused.
No, I'm sure he wasn't.
My sister still isn't amused. I never got a bike because of you. And you know, as you go up the hill, on the same side as the even numbers, at the very top of the last house was the Barclays. At the Barclays, they had a hardware shop. You know where the snooker hall is? Just about opposite there. A wee shop, the proper old hardware shop. Stacks of wee shelves and me covered with all
proper hardware shop.
Because I mean, my father he was doing it in plaster and alabastine, packets of alabastine.
And when you were a little older, did you go dancing?
Yes, I went to Pally, obviously, Cavendish, Plaza, the Gamp Club in Victoria Terrace, the Place, Victoria Terrace, Mungie's.
Where was Mungie's?
Just the police station at the top of the Royal Mail.
Oh, I got you,
One of the wee Reynolds in there. There was a place in Princess Street, Jay's or something. It ended up being a picture house. Holy Corner was dancing there. In the churches. You know how London Road splits into two? There was a wee church there, and there was a club. You used to go dancing there,
So that was quite local.
I can always remember, I don't know if you know Northfield at all, but you know as you come, you used to go along Mulberry Road, and you used to go down into Northfield. There was a church, there was a big hut at the top.
Oh, well, right, okay.
That was the scout hut. They used to have dances in there. And I was about 15, and I was going dancing there. Because all the boys round about were older than me.
Yeah.
I was with the bairn.
So where did you meet your wife?
Graphic Club.
Graphic Club?
Brunswick Street.
Oh, right.
The top end of Brunswick Street. It was there, it was the Printers Club. So I met her there. I wasn't going to go. Peter Sword worked beside me in Bresk, in Loch End. We were both guillotine cars. He says, what are you doing on Monday morning? I says, I can't do much, I can just go for a few pints. No, come on, we'll go to the Graphic. Have a laugh. I says, oh, Peter, do you want to? He says, aye, come on. I was your lad. So I went to there, and that's where I met her. My Uncle Tommy, I don't know if he had the shop, but there was a shop up in Cross Hall, Cavendish. It was TVs and washing machines. And my mother got her first washing machine, a hot point thing in the middle with an electric ringer on it. And my mother's doing the washing, putting the stuff through the ringer into the sink. I'm doing that. All the fluff is on the rollers, My sister turned the rollers on.
And your finger went in.
Whose fault was it?
Well, it'd be yours, obviously.
Yes. Was it my sister's fault?
No. You were.
That's when she got her first washing machine.
And what about your first? Do you remember getting your first television?
Yes. As I say, Tommy Ramsey, Cavendish television.
Yeah.
And my father put the aerial up on the roof.
Yeah.
The cross, he didn't have the H, he had the cross one. And he wired all that in and set it all up. And then when the ITV came, there was a converter you put on the back of the telly.
Is that right?
Yeah, and you could get ITV. That would be about 56, 57.
Yeah.
And another thing you done was we had colour telly. My father took the guts out and you had a film he put in. It was blue at the top, pink in the middle, and green at the bottom. Grass, and colour kind, and blue for the sky.
Never heard that before.
Aye.
And that was a colour television before colour television.
As I say, I got much when I first got my interest in music as well. Because Carol Bain, she stayed number 8. Sheila Wilson stayed number 14. Paul stayed number 20. And there was somebody else. All had record players. I was in the back bedroom, just the drawers, my record player on the top yet.
No.
Open the window. Put my record player on. Carol, she done the same in her house. Alan Graham done the same, but he did it in his kitchen. So, you know, well, different records go in different times, go different stages of what they were interested in.
Yeah.
And that's how I got an interest in 50s, 60s, 70s music.
Oh,
You know,
right. So do you remember the make of the record player?
well, it's not a make, it was radio magazines. It was a kit.
Oh,
My
wow.
father made the kit up.
Wow. Oh, right.
He made it up. Because he liked doing he made it up. It was brilliant. It worked all the time, you know, it was
Good
brilliant.
grief.
You know, 6 or some records you had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stack 'em.
Stacker.
Yeah.
Worked all the time.
And what were your particular artists that you like?
Fats Domino. I like Clifford, not very much.
Right.
Tommy Steele,
Yeah.
Billy Fury, Little Richard, rock and rolls, you know,
Yeah.
one of my big Elvis.
And did you have a good record collection?
I had quite a big one. I don't know what happened to it when we moved, I don't know. Because I wasn't playing as much, I was going out more, you know,
Yeah,
at the time I was.
So those early records then, did you have 78s?
I had something, Elvis and the Teddy Bear.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember that one. I can't remember them. I also remember that one because I think it was the first record I got. Because it was an old gramophone my father had front room. He had a big oak case in it, yeah.
Yeah, I know the
He
one.
lifted it up,
Yeah.
he pulled the arm across and then dropped it down on it.
Yeah.
Lovely tone in it because of the wood.
Oh, they were.
As I say, the main street I can always remember is the Golden Gates. And there was a butcher's, Paris butchers, and there was the fishmongers, and there was a dairy, and there was a chemist, and there was a paper shop.
It was all there.
Yeah.
And there was going the other way was the butcher's.
Going towards the park. Going towards
Yeah.
the park.
Yeah.
No, there was a newsagent's hardware shop, which became a car showroom.
Oh,
For a wee
right.
while, not long.
Right.
And up that hill was that chip shop.
The coal fire.
The other hill going up the way was Dow's, the radios and TVs. Very early, the accumulators. You used to see all come down with their
Oh,
accumulators
God, yeah, getting charged up.
charged up.
Mm.
I was wondering what it was. Just a car battery.
I mean, you weren't that far away from Pierce Hill Squares.
Pierce Hill, my father didn't want me going down there. I never bothered me, like, you know, but my father hated me going down that way.
Oh, right.
And my mother especially. And then when you come home with a stair face.
And the pubs at Jock's Lodge, Porter's, yeah, which is still there.
That was a great pub at one point, you know.
Was it?
It was the Jock's Lodge. That was the two great, but Porter's, you got a good pint and a bloke in there who used to slide the glasses along the counter to you and that. And
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of an act, yeah.
Yeah.
It was something else.
They had a coal fire in there.
Yes, a
didn't
great big
they? And there was a cinema, wasn't there? A
Aye.
picture house.
yes, what was the name of it? I went there. Seen the Tommy Steele story there. Carlton Picture House. You had come in there.
No, you got it.
Didn't last that long, I don't think.
Did it not?
4 or 5 years at the most, I would imagine.
And that, just before you get to Porter's Bar, was that an old co-op there?
Yes, the St Cuthbert's store there.
Yeah.
And there was a cafe before that.
Was it?
You come up the Porter's, you've got a wee lane, then you went to
Yes.
the chip shop.
Yeah.
Well, just this side of the Porter's, there's a wee lane, and up there was a sweet factory.
Yeah. There was some funny little businesses
Yeah.
still up that little lane.
I'm sure there's a wee blacksmith up there.
There's still a metal polishers, and they do metal
There's
stuff.
something like that. There was something there
And did you ever go to the church?
I was made to go to.
So did you go to Sunday school?
Yes. I was not a great church goer. I didn't like it, but my mother made me go.
So it didn't stick with you,
Yeah.
obviously.
The only thing that stuck with me with church was if they had dances or something like that. you
Yeah.
know. I went to the Cubs in the village, wrestling village, where
Oh, yeah.
there. Didn't like that either. I went if to go and then just started playing about in the streets.
Thank you for listening to episode 42 of the Seagrove Sessions, Alan's Stories. We have a new website at www.seagrovecenter, all one word, .org.uk. That's www.seagrovecenter.org.uk. There you will find more information about our work and lots more podcasts from the members of the Seagrove Centre. We're also on Facebook. Find us at NEDC, the Seagrove Centre. Catch you in the next one.